In this week's Daily Race A from Laguna Seca, everybody seems to want to play in the sand. And as I'm the only car with a livery in this race, it seems to put a bit of a target on my back. And without me overly stating the obvious, this week's Daily Race A is using the grid start, which is a lot better than the rolling starts. I should use these all the time. It adds that little bit more excitement to the start of the race, that little bit more realism. And it's great, it just works, especially at this track. And as we all head down to the first corner, as usual, you're going to get a bit of chaos. Now, the ghosting isn't quite brilliant, it doesn't work so much, I'd rather not have it, but it's what it is. And when you see there, one of the Civics, well, to be fair, they're all Civics, is already off into the sand, and I managed to make up a couple of places just on the first corner. A little bit of nudging, but as it's Daily Race A, with no DR and SR effects during the race, then you got to expect it's going to be a little bit dirty. And talking of getting dirty, if you watch the white Civics up ahead, they're just determined to keep bumping into each other. In fact, I wouldn't have thought there'd be any paint left on most cars by the time they finished. And as we come to the left-hander here, the guy in the black Civic throws an absolute dive bomb up the inside, hits the sausage curbs and almost ends up pushing me off the curb before coming across and absolutely front swiping me. And coming up to the fast left-hander, which isn't so much a turn as a kink in the curve, clip the apex, keep enough speed and hopefully don't go too far off the track and into the sand on the right hand side. Now up the hill and towards, well, the corkscrew, possibly one of the best corners in any race circuit, any track, anywhere on the world. And I managed to take it quite well, or at least I thought I did. I clipped both the apexes, I didn't go too far off the track, but obviously I did because I get myself a penalty. And talking of going off track, there was one person that did, and the second one. Now we come to the right hander here, which is the penultimate corner. I go in a little bit fast there and hit the guy in front of me, a little bit of a nudge, but I didn't hurt. I do, however, think about going for the overtake and cutting on the inside and absolutely stuff it up, and I end up right in the sand and I lose a load of places. In fact, I lose so many places I drop down to last, but my mistake, my bad. And as we come up to finish lap one, we'll actually jump ahead more towards the end of it, in fact just past the corkscrew, by which time I've caught up to the guys in front who, probably due to their squabbling, ends up letting me catch up quite quickly, and they're still at it. He ends up going off again here, which gives me a lovely chance to just have a nice easy overtake, or so I thought, if I hadn't been rammed. Now the contact there did end up pushing me a little bit wide, but thankfully not enough, and I still managed to keep on the track. Only just, and the guy behind is literally right behind me. So it's two of us up towards the finish line to finish the second lap. Now from now on it's a drag race all the way down the straight, and he's right behind me. In fact, he's right in my slipstream. And as we come down to the first left-hander, he manages to throw it up the inside, but he's going a little bit too quick, overcooks it, and I get a bit of a switcheroo on. Yes, he tries to cut back in there, but that was his driving line. I just wasn't giving up the place. This guy here tried to swerve into me, but luckily he got ghosted and put back behind me. So I've got two places now in two corners. And with those two guys behind me, it's time to focus on the guys in front. So let's jump ahead here till we come up to the corkscrew. And one of the guys in front is going very slow. In fact, as I get back closer, I realise he's actually got engine damage, probably had a big contact somewhere, but you know what? That's another place for me. All good. So now we come up to the last couple of corners. And talking of the last couple of corners, that's exactly where we jump ahead to. In fact, the last couple of corners on lap 4, the final lap, because all through the rest of the race I couldn't do them. I couldn't catch up with the guy in front. Fair play to him, he drove clean, he kept it on the track, and he was still putting in the same times I was. There's nothing I could do about that. And so I cross the finish line and take 7th place. Not bad from the back, I guess. For more great videos like this one, just follow this link. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.